Alright, join me for the math on the spot video. You're going to need a piece of scratch paper, so if you don't have any, pause the video and get some now, and then join me back. Alright, here we go.
Alright, Matthew, are you ready to learn how to swim? Are you ready to learn how to swim? Are you ready? Yes? That's a yes. Oh, hi! I was just teaching my dog Matthew how to swim. But actually, this reminds me of a great math riddle. It does! That involves Jamie. Why don't we take a look at Jamie's riddle, and then afterwards, I'll teach Matthew how to swim. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to put you down. Alright, so Jamie is on the community swim team. Now, this table here shows the team's results in the last 8 swim meets. Now, Jamie believes that they can place in the top 3 in the next swim meet. The question is, which measure of center should Jamie use to persuade her team that she's correct? Now remember, measures of center are just different ways of actually trying to understand data by taking a large data set and trying to break it down to just one number. And there's 3 measures of center that we thought about together. Okay, come on. And the 3 measures that we saw were the mean, the median, and the mode. Those are 3 different measures of center. And the question is, which measure of center might Jamie use in order to persuade her team? So here are the results, different meets, and you can see the places. They placed first, second, third, then 18. Ooh, that didn't go well. Maybe they forgot to show up. First place, second place, third place, and second place. Okay, so let's take a look at each of the 3 measures of center and see which ones we like the best. Okay, come on, be here, Matthew. Okay, so let's take a look at the mean. Well, what does the mean mean? Well, the mean means it's the numerical average, which means you just add up all of the numbers in your data set and then divide by the total number of numbers you have. In this case, we can see we have 8 because there were 8 meets. So we would add up all of these numbers and divide by 8, and that would give us the mean. A lot of times people use this to compute like averages on tests and things. So if we do that, what we see is, Matthew, here's what we see. That's right. So we'd see that the mean is the sum of all these values divided by 8, and that's 32 divided by 8, which is 4. So the mean tells us that we see that we would be have a mean of 4, or 4th place. Okay, calm down. So now, what about the median? Well, the median represents the middle value. So the way to find the median is to take your data, and order them numerically from smallest to largest. So now you have to reorder all of these numbers so that, in fact, we can see the middle value. Okay. No. I know. The mean is not that mean. The mean is not that mean. Okay. So here's what we do. We order the values, and that's what I did just here. Now check it out. Do you see how they go from smallest to largest? And it's the exact same values here. There's the 1, there's the other 1, there's the 2, there's the other 2, there's the third 2, there's the 3, there's another 3, and there's the 18. They're all there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's the same numbers, just now in numerical order from smallest to largest. And now you pick the middle value. The middle value. But check it out. Since this data set has 8 terms, there's no middle value. There's no middle value. In fact, all there is, in fact, there are kind of 2 values that are in the center. So when there's no exact middle value, so when you have an even number, of data points, you take the 2 that are right there in the center, and what you do is you compute the mean of those 2 center numbers. So you have to find the mean, which means you add up those 2 numbers and divide by 2. So if you have an odd number of data points, then there will be a center number. If you have an even number, take the 2 that are right in the middle and then find the mean of those 2 numbers, which means what you would be doing is you would take 2 plus 2, in this case, and divide it by 2, and you get 2. So in fact, we see that the median is equal to 2. Okay, great. So we have the mean is 4, and now the median, a different measure of center, is 2. And what about the mode? Well, to find the mode, that really is just the most popular number in your data set. Meaning, if you look at all the data, what is the data that appears the most often? So all you have to do there is take the data and look at it and ask which is the one that appears the most often. And so you see there's 2 copies of 1s, there's 3 copies of 2, there's 2 copies of 3, and only 1 copy of 18. And so what that means is that the most popular is 2. And so we would say that the mode is 2. And that's how we find the mode. So the mode represents the most popular. The median is the one that's in the middle, and the mean is the numeric average, the numerical average of all of them. Okay, so which is the one that's kind of most telling and certainly most convincing? Well, check it out. If you notice, the mean is 4, right, which kind of represents the place. So like 4th place is kind of the average. But if you look at this list, you'll see that, in fact, they're never 4th except for that one day where maybe they didn't show up and they were 18th place. This is an example of an outlier. And check out the other 2 measures of center. The median is 2 and the mode is 2. And that seems to be more representative of the data. So it's as if this one particular outlier is skewing the mean, and it's making it a lot larger than maybe it really should be. And so what might an answer be, or what might, in fact, Jamie would want to do? Well, the first thing that we notice is that the median and mode are very close to all the data values except that outlier 18. And so given that, the outlier really does affect the mean and makes the team look like it's going to have a lower place, 4th place, than it would otherwise. And so given what Jamie wants to argue, it really seems to be that maybe Jamie should argue by using the median or the mode, because those values, which we saw were 2 and 2, would actually indicate that they might actually tend to come in 2nd place. And that might be kind of what they want to do. So the answer is that they should use either the median or the mode, and that outlier was actually distracting and making the mean larger than maybe it should be. Distracting. Just like Matthew. Anyway, it's great to realize that, in fact, we can use measures of center in order to better understand, data. And so it's an exciting way to realize that you can take lots and lots of data and condense it down to just one number, namely a measure of center. And whether it's the mean, median, or mode, those each values have their place depending upon the data and depending upon what the data is representing. Okay, I think Matthew really wants to learn how to swim, so I think I'm going to take her to learn how to swim. She already knows statistics.
All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.